welcome everyone to our Ravaged Star battle report today. A little bit of a play test, and I'm joined by my guest here, Dan, all the way up from Pittsburgh, and we are going to be trying a 900-point game for once. A little bit of a bigger match. Gorkog against the Veil-Touched. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Let's go take a look at what we're bringing.
We play and call it work.
Today we run a proper horde of the Gorkog. Obviously with 900 points, I get a lot more to work with here. We're gonna start with commanders because it feels right. I got Korvax the Bone Crusher. I pretty much always run this guy. I just love a good fighty fast character. You arrest me. We have a Mind Shackler. Still odd that it's commander. You know, I give Matthew crap about it. Maybe one day it'll be support. It doesn't really matter. It's just, you know, it's weird. One Grudge Belcher. Got armored Grudge Mites and Grudge Mites to go along with him in core. I wanted one spawning piece today. I didn't want to focus on too many of them. So I went with my favorite. And my last commander is a Grudge Walker. It's been a long time since I've run it, and I had great success last time I did, so let's see if we can do it again. Then for some core elements, I got Grudge Jammers. I have 2 units of Flesh Seekers here. I wanted a lot of core options in my list today so I could try to fully control the armored Grudge Mites and the regular Grudge Mites in the back. I don't want them to be randomly coming up and being forced to activate them. The 2 more core elements, we have Spitters and Retchers. These are Retchers, and these are the Spitters. A couple of numerous core elements, some fire support. One is direct fire, and the other one is indirect fire. And then moving on to my elite choices, I have 2 units of Blade Furies. Apparently just recently nerfed, we'll see how that works. And one of my favorite units, the Razorbacks. I just love, I got a lot of, I don't have a lot of it. I have a couple units that can fire out of line of sight and volley fire. So we can put pressure on the Veil-Touched from across the board. And last piece will be the Razor Worm. Love the model, love its rules. Of course, it's going to make the cut.
Hey guys, Dan here, playing the Veil-Touched today against Lucas Gorkog. Ready to get into it with him in some melee combat. Today my army is going to be led by Lord Davicus the Afflicted. He's going to jump into a VTAT Carnage. Joining Davicus in that VTAT is going to be a group of Salient Executioners. And then rounding out my core list is going to be a unit of 7 Valkyrs. Head into my elite unit choices just to bring some firepower, some ranged firepower to the army here. Did bring a unit of Assailant Vatra, and then my second elite choice is going to be this group of Assailant Race, just for a little bit more melee firepower. Lastly, for my support units, I do have a unit here of Abominations, just to provide some more threat. Possibly my favorite support unit is actually going to be this Apocalypse with the Twin Judgment Cannon here, just to provide some threat into Lucas' army.
I can see the judgment. I get it.
Last unit in the army today is going to be this VTAT Carnage. Like I said, it's going to start with Davicus and the Executioners inside.
Today, Dan and I play Supply Drop. This is the 7th scenario out of the rulebook. A little bit zanier. It gets zanier as you go down in the numbers. And with this one, there is one objective directly in the middle of the board, representing the first of many supply drops landing upon the battlefield. And this will start off as objective number 1. At the start of battle rounds 2, 3, and 4, a new objective will be added to the table, chosen in its location by the player with the fewest victory points. If they're tied on victory points, you just roll off, and the winner will place the objective. It has to be placed 3 inches away from a table edge, 6 inches away from another objective that's already landed on the battlefield, and outside of deployment zones. These have to all be in no man's land, and they are worth an increasing amount of victory points based on the battle round they land in. So, for example, at the end of every battle round, you're going to get 1 victory point for controlling objective number 1, 2 victory points for controlling objective number 2, and etc. for number 3 and 4. You'll also gain 2 victory points for destroying the most enemy units. Whoever has the most amount of victory points after 4 rounds, well, aren't they just the winner? Here, Dan and I are set up and ready for our game. We're going to be playing with the Runes of Perdition set you see here. Again, it's one of the newer sets we have coming out from MiniWarGaming, so playing a lot of games with it. We really want to show it off and everything it's capable of doing. And the battle boards, well, everything is Runes of Perdition. The craters come with the set, the scatter terrain, the statues, and everything. The table itself is from Adam at Greenleaf Terrain, though. Very talented individual, and we're lucky to have him so nearby. He makes custom sets of terrain and battle boards. If you want to check out his stuff, it'll be in the description down below, as well as where to go to get information on the Runes of Perdition. The concept of it is it's made for competitive Warhammer 40k, However, it works for all other avenues of gaming, and it is very easy to store because 1 table's worth of terrain packs up in a flat pack. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Aha! Now, it came apart easily because, you know, I know where the joints are and everything, but one little building packs up like that. The bigger your box, the more you can flat pack, and it all goes together quite easily as well. It has magnetized support struts? I don't know. Things that go on the sides. And it goes together quite easily and holds up pretty well too. We're gonna go ahead and roll off, deploy our forces, and see what a 900-point game of Ravaged Star looks like. We're deployed and we are ready to start this game. A lot of bugs on the board here. Pretty much all of our bugs we're willing to lose are gonna be on the front line. On their flank, we have the explodey bugs with the Belcher. And then in the Walker, the Grudged Walker, we have the armored ones are resting and waiting in there. Now, this one does have advanced deployment, but I wanted to keep it on the board because it has an aura of light cover for all Gorkog near it, as it, I guess, permeates the aura of Grudge. And that's about it for my stuff. Everything is, we got the Spitters, the Retchers, the Razorbacks behind the line of sight, Jammers in the middle, and the Bone Crusher in our middle here. Now, for Dan's side of things, what do we got? Anything fancy going on here?
Nothing too fancy on my side. We have the tank ready to go, just with a firing line backed up by some Wraith ready to run into your alliance here. A couple of big guns in the middle. Some of my core units a little bit outside, anti-tank, and then last in the VTAT Carnage is Davicus and those the Assalian Executioners.
All right, Dan, are you ready to play some Ravaged Star?
Absolutely.
All right, shake that bad boy up and pull out the first token, because that is how we begin.
So that's going to be you going first.
Boom, my elite. My elite. So many options. Let's go with my tried and true Razorbacks. One of my favorites. We are going to plant our butts in the ground here. We can't really do anything with our... We could move, but I don't want to move because I'm afraid, and we don't know where the other objectives are landing either. So we're going to plant our butts there, waste our first action, and attack with our second one. Or, you know, attack first and waste our second action. I'll let you, the viewer, decide whatever I do that in. Now, it is going to be over 24, but that's okay because they have range band of 12, so they can fire 36 away, and it's going to be -2 for the long range, and then -1 for cover because of volley fire. So we're hitting on 9s from 6s, but 9s are where we get piercing and reaping. So I really only want to see 9s as they shoot a volley of spikes into the air on top of the abominations.
Yes.
Abominations. That's only 2 hits, but because of the reaping 2, it's actually 4 hits. Now, these abominations are armored and in cover, so my piercing 2 is completely negated. Back to your regular saves. Which is just 4 of.
So saving on 5s?
You fail 1.
Fail 1.
It is, I think these are 2 damage. They're only 1 damage, so it only sticks 1 damage on an abomination.
That'll drop one of my abominations to 3 wounds.
We got there. That's my first activation. You know the procedure.
Yep, pull in the next token, so that's going to be one of yours.
My core.
Your core.
It's going to be Flesh Seekers, and we are going to move. We're going to generally end up around here with 2 move actions. They move 6. And they're leaderless. Pretty much, I think my entire army is leaderless across the board. Well, for the units it's relevant for, of course. Next token, please. Dan, what's it gonna be? Survey says. It's only me, apparently.
Your core again.
I do have a lot more activations in the bag than Dan does. I have a much more numerous in units kind of army. Well, these Flesh Seekers are going to also move. Voila, and when I said 12, I meant 9. Only moving them 9. It's 50% of their movement, not 100%. That's what Swift is. But it just misspoke earlier. Next token, please, Dan.
Next one coming up.
Can it be me again?
It's going to be...
Gorkog Core. Oh, it's you.
My boost.
Oh!
Okay, so I've chosen to boost my abominations and give them the multi-fire, so they're going to be able to fire 2 guns each instead of 1.
Perfect. And I guess the plan is move and attack?
Yes.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Just shifting over to the doorway to get good line of sight into, I assume, the Flesh Seekers.
Yeah, right into the Flesh Seekers. It is going to be medium range.
All right, so just a -1 to hit, but we have lots of attacks.
We have lots of attacks. All right, so going to start out with the Firehand Arsenal. I'm going to be -1 to hit, which is going to put me on an accuracy of 6. It is a blast weapon, so I'm going to get 9 + 5 for my attacks.
That'll do it.
I believe that.
Now, this is what we have so far, but we just remembered that blast is per model. So it's an extra, what, 12, 13 dice?
13 attacks.
Because we actually thought there was 10 in the squad. There's 12. So it's an extra 6 attacks per model because of blast.
So looking for 6s.
Which will help, because you only had 5 hits on the first one.
That was much better.
Yeah. Plus, that's a very expensive unit attacking a very not expensive unit. It's 12 saves, and we are outside of the light cover.
And you're at AP -2 on those.
Well, we'll probably need 10s. We're actually defense 7. We get 9s to save here, but if I only have 12 models in the unit, so I make 1, 2, 3 saves. That means we got 3 models left in the unit. Easy, quick math. And then that is absolutely a depletion check. However, there's a few more guns to resolve, if I am correct, because there's a boost.
Because the boost to multi-fire.
No, and then they're firing their siege breakers?
The siege breakers.
Well, they're not as effective against little Gribblies, but I'm sure they're effective enough to kill 3 of them.
Hopefully.
What do we got here? How many shots?
So we're going to fire the siege breakers, which is going to be 9 shots total.
Oh, wait, 3 per guy?
Hitting on 6s again because of being outside of, well, being in medium range. And every 8 is piercing 4.
Big deal, by the way, on the piercing 4s.
1, 2, 3 piercing 4s.
And a couple regular
And then
hits.
3 regular hits. 2 regular hits.
So now the difference between that is my defense 7 goes to defense 9, but against those big hits, I go to defense 10. I only got 3 models left. These are the big piercing ones. I need 10s to pass. They're dead.
And there goes the unit.
Boom, 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 boom. And that's lined up for most kills and denying me the 1 point for trying to grab the supplies in the middle. My bugs! Well, what if I told you that was always part of the plan? Now you got the point lead.
I did.
Now I get to control where the objective goes.
Correct.
Maybe. We'll see.
Well, we'll see.
I might be able to pull out some miracle and get a point lead here.
And more importantly, you're guaranteed to go next because of my boost, right?
That is true. Actually, I forgot that. So that's very good. Yes, that's true. It's a Gorkog turn. Naturally, it was my... Oh, wow. My core.
Core unit again.
I have 7 core in my list, by the way. So I'm not surprised at all by this. I want to put more pressure on those abominations. And it's going to be tough to do that. The only thing I really have are my spitters over here, my acid spitters. They're going to move. This guy's going to be the leader. He's going to skulk up and around this way. And then they're going to fire out of line of sight a good old volley fire. Actually, I'm going to go for these guys.
Okay.
Because they're probably not as thick as them. I might be able to get like a kill or something if I'm so lucky. So let's go. Skulk, little bug sounds. Doodle 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 doo. Right around here. No, I want them to be behind the cover. They're gonna stay right here. Yeah, doodly 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 doo. You know what? On my 3rd passover, I do have to actually move closer because I realized they actually only fire up to 24, so they do have to take some ground.
Yes.
All right, that's where they go. They all plant their 12 little bug butts into the ground and boom, shoot plasma out of their back. Very natural bug-like activities over here. Now it's 12 shots against a target I cannot see. And it's going to be 2 range bands away. So they hit on 6s normally. This is -4 to hit. But it is stunning, and I got 3 hits on you.
Because of your cover, Luca, my save's going to go to a 4, so 3.
Aha!
I failed 2 of them.
It probably kills 1 of them.
I believe it does.
Ooh, aha, I was correct.
That does
so 1
kill
goes
1.
down. And because it is, well, okay, not because it's a volley fire attack. It's because it's got stunning built into it. But that represents pinning fire. So do they pass a leadership check? 1d10, and they're Veil-Touched, a little bit braver than the rest.
They do.
A 6 will cut it. You're good. Good job, Bugs, for trying. Next token, please, Dan.
Let's see if we can pull something besides a Gorkog core.
Gorkog core! Oh, Veil-Touched core.
Veil-Touched core. So the Valkyries are going to be my only core unit, so I'm just going to go ahead and move them up into cover here. So they're just going to kind of sneak past. The blonde one is my leader, so I'll move her first.
Yep. The other core unit is in the transport over there. But with transport models, you actually don't put the activation token for the unit. It is transporting in the bag until it is deployed later on, if it starts the game embarked in a transport. Like my Grudge Walker here is a floating transport that has some armored grudge mites in it. But when it activates, it can use an action to poop out the unit. Well, in this guy's case, poop out the unit it's transporting. That's it for them. They're simply just moving up, and we're going to draw another token from the bag.
So up next, Luca, is going to be your boost.
Oh! Interesting. I think I want to boost the Grudge Walker. It has 2 boost options. Well, I guess most things do. The boost I'm going to go with is an aura that anything that starts its move within 12 of the Grudge Walker will get +2 to its movement characteristic. Is my play, I think, here. Then we're going to move as our first action. He moves 8, so he's quite quick. Or does he count himself? He does count himself, so he'll go a further 2. And then that will help. I'm going to make sure that I'm happy there, because he's going to have this unit of armored grudge mites with him. I'm going to try and do a cool wombo combo, because the other one is he's going to disembark this unit within 2 now, and if they go to activate, they actually get a little bit more movement on them as well. So we're going to drop out the leader there, them all around it, and then when I go to check for objectives later, I can pick that model to be the leader, the benefit of leaderless. So I can try and snag that objective, but they also get to put their movement token, or sorry, their activation token back in the bag. So they're going to activate anyways. That's it for him. He's done his 2 actions, got quite up the board, put a big aura out to help things move a little bit over here, and we'll see where that goes with us. And then now the Veil-Touched from Dan go no matter what.
Yep, so let's see what we pull.
It's going to be, well, we're just going to keep going.
Yep, just
till
keep
we
pulling.
get Veil-Touched.
Veil-Touched Commander.
Interesting. And you only have...
I only have the 1 commander, and he's currently embarked.
So that technically doesn't go in the bag yet. We'll just keep drawing for you.
Right.
And it's going to actually be... Boop. It's me!
We're still pulling.
We're still pulling. What's it gonna be for
We're still pulling.
Huh. Normally, I could cut all this stuff out of the video, but I always find this kind of funny.
My support.
There we go, big guy.
All right, Lucas, so I'm going to activate my tank here. I'm actually going to focus, so he's not going to move, which is going to give him +1 to hit, which will cancel out the distance. I'm going to shoot his Twin Judgment, which is going to be 3 shots. Normally it hits on 4s, but -1 for distance, but +1 for focus. Still hits on 4s.
I assume that's the turret weapon.
It is the turret.
Looks like it, yep.
Yes. These are going to be anti-armor 7+, piercing 7+4, and stun. So
we want 7s.
we're looking for 7s, yes.
But 4s will be okay.
4s work.
4s work. We really want 7s. Well, you got a 7.
I got 1 7.
AP 4 on this. Now he does have an aura of everything gets cover. So he's looking, I think had to look it up again. Defense 4 with the cover. So we need an 8. Ooh, that's a 3, not even close. What's the damage on that big gun?
That is 5 damage, Luca.
Yikes. Oh, that half heals him. But the weapon itself has stun built in too. I would have been able to avoid the depletion. Ooh, a 7 on leadership, we pass. Pretty good shot. Not a kill, but a pretty good shot.
Not quite enough, but did something. Okay, so now your core.
Beautiful, love it. I'm gonna activate our Plasma Retchers here. This guy is gonna be our leader. And they are within 12, so they get to move 6. Bugs! Dive into the crater! Boom, that's our leader. And then the rest are gonna do leaderless bug things. Normally I need 6 to hit the Valkyrie. It's gonna be 8s because of range, and you're in pretty heavy cover. However, 8s are pretty good because they are, I don't think you're armored on them.
I am not armored.
So they're anti-armor, but they're piercing 3. So every hit is gonna burn through some pretty effective armor. I only got 4 hits. But they're -3, and you're in cover. So whatever your save is, -2.
So normally a 6 will go to an 8.
Yeah. 1 damage each. Ooh, I get 3 hits.
3, so that's definitely going to kill 1.
Stick a wound on another
It
one.
does put a wound on another one.
But they're not stunning. It's just some consistent armor-piercing damage on the Plasma Retchers here. Next token!
And next we have...
Oh, that's me technically.
Gorkog
Yeah,
core, I
my
believe.
Gorkog core. I only had 6 activation tokens, and I had 7 units in my list. I, made my list before I considered how many tokens I had. Let's go. We got 1, 2, 3 core activations still. Let's just do these grudge jammers and get them up the board. I believe they're too far away from the walker. And we're gonna run. I gotta stop saying move. That's not how it works. It's a double action to run, and you add 50% to your movement. We're just gonna get the grudge jammers kind of, I should go over here, kind of hang out in the ruins a little bit. They have a little aura that can be frustrating for the enemy if it matters. You have to be within 12 of them though, so it's not that big of a deal. Just more preparing for later. That's all they're gonna do. We're gonna do double action to get there. Next token!
And our next activation is going to be my
Ooh,
support.
Your other... these are one of the other ones they already activated, so it'll be the tank.
Will absolutely be the VTAT Carnage. So with my transport, I'm going to go ahead and do the run action, which is going to get him a 9-inch move, which puts him right about there.
Not disembarking anyone.
Not disembarking anybody just yet.
Next token.
Next token is going to be, that's my elite.
Oh, you got some Vatra right there.
Yes, will be the Vatra. Deciding to activate my Vatra, I'm just going to run with them as well. So moving their leader up to the doorway here. And then
yep. Get a good... Oh, go ahead. I was going to say you get a good line of sight going down that way for later.
Yeah, fill the rest of the unit in around the leader and coherency.
And that'll be it for their activation. It's more of a positioning round for a lot of our units here.
I went twice in a row, Luke. I feel like this next one's going to be you.
Fair.
Oh, and I'm right. There's your boost.
Oh, my boost!
There's your boost.
Oh, okay. I feel like that's a Blade Fury boost coming in right now. So we're going to choose this guy to... Well, we'll make that guy our leader. We are within 12 of the walker, so they're going to be movement 6. When you boost Blade Furies, they actually only have one option. They get 3 actions. They can either do 3 singles or a double and a single in any order you want. So I think I'm going to run them and then just shoot. It'll be 3 actions, but I'll let them move 9 and then shoot their weapons. I'm going to go right through our Retchers, end up about here, and shoot the Valkyrie. Ending there, and then we go to fire. That'll be our leader, but he's still going to be outside of 8. 2 attacks apiece with their acid cannon arms, hitting on 5s normally. We want 7s because of range and cover, and we really want 9s. Ooh, I got 3 9-ups right there. In fact, oh, and 2 hits. There you go. All right, so these are no AP, and you have cover, and these are piercing 3.
So the piercing 3 will effectively be piercing 2 because of cover.
Yep.
So we'll take me to 8s on those.
Ooh, that's 1 dead Valkyrie each. These are 2 damage.
Those are 2 damage each. Okay.
And then 2 more saves where you get cover.
2 more, so these will go to 5s. So
kills 4 in total.
4, I think that's the entire unit.
Oh, I got him!
I think that's the whole unit.
That means we technically tie up on most things killed.
I'm sorry, there's 1 left.
Oh,
one
even
left.
Even better, I guess. Maybe better. Because if we tie up on kills, I might snag the objective and means I lose out on the victory points overall. However, it will be a depletion check.
It does mean I do owe you a leadership on a 6 for that.
6. I don't have any fear nearby, so 6 it is.
Sorry.
Well, that works. An 8's a D10's a D10.
D10 works.
There's actually 2 left, leader +1, but that's okay. We did exactly what we wanted to do. We heavily hit the unit with Blade Furies. Very classic Blade Fury move. And that was my boost. Figured we'd save you time on this one, so we drew Gorkog's core right into a Veil-Touched boost. So it'll be my turn right after this. Oh, this is your only unit left?
My only unit left to activate right now is my Assalian Wraith, so they're going to be the ones to get boosted.
Very good. I should point out, I didn't say it earlier, because we're playing at 900 points, it's 3 boost tokens in the bag. It's usually 1 per 300 you're playing, and you can play 2,100 point games if you wanted to. 7 boost tokens. So they're going to boost, and Swift is their call to action. So they move 16, we already measured it out. That'll be charging right into the Flesh Seekers here. That's going to be impact 1 from the unit, so that's 4 saves on the Flesh Seekers. I need 7s, so I make 1 save, I fail 3. 3 go down to impact. We want 5s to hit as the base level, but we really want, what, 8 pluses?
8 pluses are piercing 3 and reap 3.
I got a couple 8 pluses.
1, 2 8s.
So that's 6 nasty hits over there.
And then 4 normals.
AP 0 on the normal hits, so I need 7s. I'll save 1. 3 are going down. We'll say 1, 2, 3. And then 6 saves at -3.
-3.
Need 10s to pass. There, we pass 1. We're left with 1 Flesh Seeker left. So we're going to go ahead and pull these. We'll keep it nice and simple. We'll leave that one right there already engaged.
Okay.
That will, of course, be a depletion check. A 7. We're okay. Unless you're super Fury.
I am Fear 6. Fear 6 inches.
Oh, Fear 6 inches, yes. And we failed because of Fear. So we're shaken as well. Because we were Leadership 7 on them. Or sorry, Leadership 6, down to 8. That means we only have Gorkog activations. Let's see the order they will go in. The first one.
Commander.
Ooh. We're going to activate the Bone Crusher. Where do these guys belong to? A dead unit somewhere. I guess I left him behind. We're gonna run and take to the skies. We're gonna be right here is where we need to be. Nothing too crazy. That's my double action. Next token.
Next activation. Looking at your commander.
Okay. Still one more to burn. I want this guy to boost. So we're gonna activate. Oh, this is awkward. We're gonna have him go. Does he just stay still? I think he's gonna activate and just stay still because I don't want to. He's large and he'd block the movement of the other ones, which I'd rather not do. So we're gonna waste his activation. I want a boost. Give me a boost.
Next one, we have your core.
Only the Grudgemites, so they are going to run as well and get into the ruins. They're just filtering on in.
All right, and next we have your boost that you've been waiting for.
Boost. Mind Shackler is going to boost, and he's going to tripod walk to here. He only has one boost option. He gets to multi-fire, and he has a Nova he pulsates. I just want to get in range to hit them, so he's going to... Well, I have to... Dang it, that stupid bug is in there. It's going to make it
Kill
harder.
your bug. Kill your bug. Kill your bug.
Fine, I'll kill my bug. Start off with a Mind Blast, which is going to be 3 attacks, plus 2 for blast. We are within short range. We need 5s to hit because one Flesh Seeker decided to live. And good, I hit him.
Kill your bug.
Good.
Kill your bug.
I hit you 4 times somehow. Mind Blast is AP 1. Here's my bug save. He's dead. Very good. And then we have your 4 saves that are just -1.
On 6s.
They're 2 damage each. I kill 4.
Wow.
They're all dead.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I didn't need my boost, I guess. Oh, I do my cool Mind Pulse attack. Doesn't do anything. Well, that's pretty good. Now, how do you know we both killed 1 unit, but I killed one of my own, which counts as a kill for you. 2 of my units died this round. Thank you, Mind Shackler. Then I only have 3 activations left. I have my support piece in advanced deployment, the core unit that disembarked, and my 1 remaining elite unit, which are the Blade Furies over there. I'm just going to randomize the order they go in. So I will do the Blade Furies first, and then I will do the support, and then the core go. Blade Furies are easy. We're going to run right to this position. We're pretty much at the edge of the board over here, so we have no choice but to go over this way. I was going to climb up and around, but that ain't going to be it. That's not the play. And then before I do my support, these guys are just going to run up this way. They have the extra movement because of the Grudge Walker, but I don't want to charge into the Valkyrie there. I just really want to draw a core. The likelihood of me drawing a core activation before Dan has a chance to do anything
is very high.
Very high.
Very high.
We're going to bank on that and go for the Abominations. And then my support guy's supposed to show up, but I wasn't really too sure where I want him. I think I want him in the corner there messing with the tank. Ooh, the ground starts rumbling, and behind the Vatra pop up a Razor Worm. So I want them to displace... I'm not going to displace them too much. I'm just going to move a couple models. If you would be so kind as let me do so. I just want this... I guess you could put them on this side too. I think you'd have... It's really up to you, honestly. I'm going to have the Razor Worm. As I say that, I just do it myself. I'm going to have the Razor Worm pop up. Boom! Right there. I do have to be an inch away from this piece, so go like that, go like that. And that's a unique rule for the Razor Worm. It can use redeploy to displace non-large plus units. In this case, the Vatra are just a regular unit. And it does, I think it's heavy impact as well. And it's heavy impact 3, so it's just 3 saves at -2, but I think you're armored.
I am armored. I'm armored 1. So on a 6.
Ooh. Then that was a 10 over there. Yeah. So that's 2 damage each, though. I think it takes out 2 Vatra.
That does take out 2 Vatra.
And then because of it showing up, it is a leadership check with fear, because he has fear, so it's -2.
So this will be on a 7 then.
10. They're A-okay, and that I can't charge. It's a double action to do that. That there, everyone, is the end of our first round. So you destroyed 2 Flesh Seeker units, and I destroyed the Banshees?
The Wraiths.
The Wraiths. So you have 2 units destroyed in your favor. That means you'll get 2 victory points. And I have objective... Actually, I got to put the numbered objectives down. I have objective number 1, which will give me 1 victory point. So as we go to the second round, I get to choose where the second airdrop is going to hit. Airdrop number 2 is, of course, going to land in the heart of Gorkog controlled table. Right about there. 6 inches away from another one, and not in a deployment zone. The deployment zone's about right here. So we're A-okay with that one. And we're going to do a little bit of cleanup and go to round 2. I did pretty good in the first round there, Dan. Let's see if you can bring it back a bit here.
Yeah, you did very good in the first round. That mid board is really scary right now. So
we were pretty heavy-handed here in the middle, and that Razor Worm popping up over there and taking out 2 Vatra on heavy impact. Those are some pretty heavy weapons that went down.
Yeah.
So what do we got as we go to the second round? The first activation is Gorkog Core. Gorkog Core. Gorkog Core. Who knows what it's going to be?
Gorkog Boost.
That is so much worse. Thank you, Dan.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for that one.
Yes.
You guys were playing with some of my favorite units in the Gorkog. We are not going to hold back. So we're going to boost this unit of Armored Grudge Mites. When they boost, they're going to choose Swift. And the other part of this boost is it increases their wound characteristic to 2 for purposes of self-detonating. So we're going to go ahead and declare a charge right into the Abominations. And they have a special rule that they forgo their close combat attacks and self-detonate. And they automatically resolve the explosion, but when they resolve it on their terms, they actually ping hits off on 5s, I think, instead of 8s. I have to look at the actual number. The charge in is actually on a 3 up for their explosion instead of the regular 8. I guess I am sacrificing the unit, so it's the idea of the Grudge Mites is they're supposed to trade to whatever they want to commit to. Now I can choose only to sacrifice 1 or 2 of them. I'm going to go with all 8. So we're going to charge into there. They're all going to pile in with leaderless, and they're all going to explode and be in range to affect the Abominations only. I'm pretty sure you can only really affect the one thing you're fighting anyways. So when they do that, I roll a die for their wound characteristic. Now it's currently 2, so I'm going to roll 16 dice, and every 3 up is normally 1 hit AP nothing, but because they're Armored Grudge Mites, exploding on a unit that's armored, it's actually damage 2 AP 3 armor piercing. So you don't get the armored rule. They're 2 damage each and AP 3. These need to roll 3s, so I know there's 16 here. I'm having a hard time finding 1s and 2s.
You missed 1.
So 15 hits that are AP 3 damage 2. Is their defense 5?
They're defense 5 normal, so this is going to be 15 rolls looking for 8s.
8s to save as we just melt right through their armor. And they're what, 4 wounds each?
Yeah.
So every pair of fails is a dead model.
That's all 3 dead Abominations.
I probably didn't need to use the whole unit, but I wanted to make sure. So we trade Armored Grudge Mites, which is 45 points, so it's not cheap, but they got a 130-point unit of Abominations. However, Veil-Touched do get to activate next. So we end up drawing 2 Gorkog activations right to a Veil-Touched boost. That helps.
So yeah, I'm going to run away from the worm here. I'm going to put the boost on the VTAT Carnage, which lets me disembark for free. So I will run him, so he'll get to move 9 up. Which will probably put him right around here.
Happy bridge time.
And then I will disembark both Davicus and the unit of executioners that's inside.
That means you'll at least be able to put a command token and a core?
A command and core right into the bag.
I get more activation options. Taking over the bridge completely, bringing the pressure right to the middle of the board where my Blade Furies and Korvax are hanging out.
That bridge is full of very angry Veil-Touched right now, Luca.
Yeah, and we got big character fight lined up here as well with Lord Davicus and Korvax. See if it's my activation next no matter what. Odds are it's going to be me.
Bet I pull it first.
And it's going to be me.
And I do.
Ooh, my commander. Oh, Korvax is right there. Might as well take this off. Thank you for providing me this unit to try, I guess.
It's a pretty juicy target there for you. You sure don't want to...
I'll have Davicus can charge me later. Korvax says, don't mind if I do. We're going to go ahead and declare a charge right into the... Executioners, thank you. He'll charge 12. I'll go right for him. And he's going to start just throwing hands. As he charges in, he has a Shriek attack. It's an assault weapon with blast. Hitting on 3s, all that AP 1 damage. So 4 hits at -1.
Saving on 7s because of the AP 1.
You don't roll well.
These D10s do not like me. So that's 3 damage. That'll be 1 dead and 1 left on 1 wound.
And it will be stunning.
So
Your leadership 5, you don't care about my fear because I think Davicus is inspiring.
Correct. Good with a 7. So we
excellent. And then I throw my hands. All right, I want 3s to hit normally, but because of counter or parry on them, I need 4s. I really want 8s. Oh, I didn't get any 8s. I got 3 regular hits.
You rolled like me there.
I did, but I'll take them. These are only AP 1, but they're 3 damage each. So a dead executioner per fail.
So these will be 7s.
I got 2.
Fail 2, so that's 2 more dead executioners.
Does that bring him to a depleted state?
It does not.
Ah, they're fine. There we go, and that's my activation. Pretty good one, though. The activations are going swimmingly for the Gorkog, which is nice for me, because I usually lose with these guys.
Going next is my core, which will be my executioners.
Is that the only ones? Oh, you have the Valkyrie.
I do have the Valkyrie as well.
Makes sense to focus your attacks. Give yourself +1 to hit.
I am going to give myself that +1 to hit there, so I'm actually going to hit on 4s, but I am reaping 6 + 2, so looking for 6s.
Don't roll 1s.
There's 1 1 and 2 normal hits. So
2
one
normal
you
hits.
get to hit me back, and then you'll have 2 saves at AP 2.
Yeah, Korvax has counterattack. Any natural 1 to hit him in melee. Korvax gets 1 automatic hit on the enemy unit using his strength and AP. So you'll have 1 save at -1, that's 3 damage, and I have 2 saves that are any AP.
AP 2, 1 damage.
Korvax is armored 1, so 5s. Oh, I rolled 7s anyways. Very good. And then you have 1 save at -1 yourself
So this will be on a 7.
because of counterattack. And it does cost killed one of your own executioners. Blech. Is that depleted? I don't even know. I technically didn't even attack you.
Yeah, that will be depleted now. So I do owe you a leadership check there on a 5 because of the flag there.
Roll it, pass it, and that way I don't have to look anything up. You're good. There you go. The interactions don't matter. 'Cause I don't know if you actually do a depletion check if you kill yourself off of a special rule I have. All right, what are we doing next? I should point out I forgot the grudge jammers there. We're going to go ahead and say that worked out well for me, so I'm not worried about it.
Your commander.
Okay, we keep her going. That's going to be our grudge walker here. He's going to ominously hover to right about here. And he has a little grudge belching attack, a little flamer type weapon. I'm going to go for, how many Valkyrie or executioners are there? Just
There's only 3 executioners left.
What? Why would I risk hitting the Bone Crusher?
Kill your bug. Kill your bug.
No, I realize it's got really nasty profile here, so we're going to go ahead and do into the Valkyrie, into the building. It's 1 attack plus blast for a grand total of 2 attacks. We are within 8 short range, so we have 4s to hit. That's a poison, which will kill one because they're not armored. It's 2 damage each, and this is a regular save. I don't think there's any AP.
So it'll be a 6.
A 3. So he gets both of them. Good job, Grudge Walker, with your grudge spray. This is a great game for the Veil-Touched. Great showing. Okay, next activation.
Something tells me it's going to be Gorkog.
I feel like it's going to be a Gorkog activation.
It is.
Oh,
So
it is.
me.
It is me. Just keep flinging hate. I got so much hate inside of me. Let's go with Razorbacks here. They're going to do their spikes up into the air, down onto the Vatra. So it's going to be pretty much 9s to hit. So -2 for range, -1 for cover. They hit on 6s normally. 9s are both reaping and piercing 2. Anything else doesn't matter. I have, there you go. So 2 hits at piercing 2. But you have armored and cover, so whatever your normal save is.
So this will be 2 5-ups.
Ah, classic Dan. We got one damage.
Okay.
I like them because they have the potential to spike really high. And if they don't, it's okay. I might get Veil-Touched now. I'm feeling it. I can feel the Veil-Touched coming. No, I was wrong. So wrong. It's me. I don't really know what else we're going to do here, so we're just going to have them... we're going to have this guy walk up to here, and then we're going to have them... You can see through like a little window over there. We're going to attack Davicus with some sonic screeching. I don't expect it to do much, but it's got stun on there, so it'd be hilarious if Davicus gets stunned and loses an action or something, can't charge. The likelihood of that happening are like astronomically low, but here we are. We're about to roll it up anyways.
Classic Dan.
Classic Dan roll coming up. Oh, I just realized their Sonic Blast is boost only, so they're going to move there, and they're going to wiggle their little bug butts and resonate their annoying sound a little bit more, but that's about it. Then we will draw again. That's okay. They're existing exactly where they need to exist.
Veil-Touched boost. Veil-Touched boost. Gorkog core.
Gorkog core. You guys like Gorkog core? I got a lot of it for you today. We're going to activate our Grudge Mites. We are going to run them just through the ruin more. They're going to end up on the other side there. It's hard to show that with the camera though. Just making their way to the other side. Right with their big razor worm friend. And then we have more activations. I feel like I've activated a lot of the Gorkog core, but not nearly enough. I'm ready for more. Gorkog core. Oh, Veil-Touched boost!
Veil-Touched boost! All right, so we're going to use the boost on Davicus here. He's going to gain battle synergy, and his claw is going to gain Reaping 8+. Already measured this out, so he does have the ability to charge right into here.
Just going for the Grudge Walker. It's been annoying enough, I suppose. We're going to tear that bug out of the sky, slam it on the ground, and poke it in the eyes with our claw. He does have Assault on his pistol, so he's going to do a volley with that and then attack in melee. Forrest did with the pistol because of the Grudge Jammers. Hooah. Didn't matter.
Hit one. Classic Dan.
Classic Dan. AP2.
AP2 damage 2.
We're armored once. We need a 6. Oh, that's a 2. 2 damage?
2 damage.
Yep, he's got 3 left. I'm pretty sure Davicus has it in him to do 3 damage to a bug. And the claws attacks.
So on 3s, 8s are Reaping 2. So
Boop, boop.
2 Reapings.
And 2
2
regular
normal.
hits. That works. There's also Piercing 4 because of the boost. So these are going to be -3 because I'm armored 1. These are what, 3 damage each?
Yes.
So any one of these fail, which I failed 3 of.
2
Oh, 2. So any 2 I fail. I failed 3 of them though. And there's still 2 more saves to make. Let me see if he explodes, but he is dead. He does have Explosion. It's going to hit Davicus. It's Explode 3. So Davicus, the Blade Furies, and the Jammers are all within 3. And he just has the normal rules for it, so I think I need 9s. It's going to be 1. 1 it is. That is going to be 1 hit on everyone at AP2 because he's large. So Davicus has 1 save at AP2.
On a 5. Classic Dan.
Takes 1. My Grudge Jammers are going to roll a 9. They actually pass the defense 7. And a Blade Fury. 10. So only Davicus takes wounds. And we are destroyed. I got Gorkog Core as our next activation, first draw. So we're going to go ahead and... Well, we got the Plasma Retchers here. They're going to just sit still, focus, because they're already on an objective, and just let Davicus have it. No need to move. Aiming and shooting. I need 5s to hit with focus, but 8s are AP3. And miss. Yep. Okay, that's not bad. 3 at AP3 and 5 regular saves at no AP.
Okay, so the 3 AP3s will be 7s.
Just 1 damage each. Oh,
So
just 1.
Only take 1, so he's down to 6.
And then there was 5 regular saves.
So 5 4s.
He takes 2 more damage. All right. It takes more damage on the full save. He takes 3 in total. He's got 4 left. Not depleted. Down to 4. And then we draw. Just natural drawing now. Though there's, I suspect, a lot of Gorkog tokens in that bag still.
Quite a few.
All right. Let's see if the Veil-Touched can catch a break.
Gorkog Core.
Gorkog Core, everyone. Well, we don't really have a lot of... Honestly, these guys over here, we're going to activate them. We're going to move. Bug, 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 bug. We're all going to go over this way.
Bug, 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 bug.
And we don't necessarily need volley fire for this. We'll say he's the leader. Well, he is the leader because he moved there. Bug stuff. 12 shots right at the infamous Lord.
Leave Davicus alone.
Down with Davicus. It's all going to be direct firing. However, 7s to hit because of range. And there's no AP or anything. Oh, we rolled like a god.
Wow. That is the,
3 misses.
that's the opposite of Classic Dan.
That's classic. That's the Luca the dice is the old name for it. So that's just the casual 9 saves at no AP, but also stunning.
All right, so these are going to be 9 4s.
Good luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Dan! Classic Dan would
Classic.
fail the... Come on, man.
Classic.
What are the Blade Furies going to do? He just gets shot. One of the strongest characters in the game. Shot dead. Well, that wasn't a boost. You ready to draw more tokens?
Yeah. I have a feeling it's going to be green.
I'm feeling green. Green, 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 green.
Commander.
I hate to say it, but I'm at the point where I don't have a whole lot of stuff to do anymore. Well, I'm going to go ahead and activate this Mind Shackler over here who's going to run, I guess. And run. We're done. That's it. Well, let's spin this one up again.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. Do you have any core? Yeah, you have the...
I have the Executioners.
Very good. Oh wait, they've already activated.
Oh, they went with the boost.
That's right. No, they activated. This had a natural core activation.
Yeah, it did.
It just feels like an Aeon has passed. So it'd be the Valkyrie who got killed by the Plague, or the Grudge Walker who got killed by Davicus, who got killed by them. That was a while ago, but it's the same round. Oh, Gorkog Core! That's everyone's favorite. Actually, I might be gassed out on core now at this point too. I am gassed out on core. What do we got next? Ooh, the big guy in the back.
It's the tank.
All right, so we got the big tank. What's the plan?
We're just going to focus here to get +1 to hit to cancel out the medium distance. So I'm going to shoot with the Twin Judgment. It's going to be 3 shots hitting on 4s, but looking for 7s because those 7s are piercing 4.
And where are they going? What target are you thinking?
They're going to go right into here.
Yeah, that's super reasonable. That's fine.
So that's 1 normal hit and then 2 AP force. The 1 normal hit will be an AP 2.
All right, these are all damage 5?
Damage 5.
Yep, that's a dead Blade Fury.
Yeah.
Do the 2 big ones, I need 10s to pass. No, that's 2 dead Blade Furies. And then the last one is a 10. 10. The 10 will do it. There you go, very good. No depletion. Off by 1. Classic Dan.
Classic Dan.
Okay, cool, looks like I'll get that objective nice and secure right there. And next activation, survey says, Gorkog. Oh, the other heavy.
We already went. We boosted.
They boosted, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the tank, that's right.
Yeah.
So drawing again, the transport I should say.
Your elite.
My elite, that's these Blade Furies here, or these Blade Furies here. We're gonna move, just so I have 2 models in range of this objective, and they can at any point be the leader each. And we are gonna fire into this combat at the executioners.
Kill your bug.
No,
Kill your
I'd
bug.
rather not, but we're gonna risk it. So acid cannons are 7s to hit because of engagement. I hit Korvax once and land hits on you 3 times. AP 3, and then these are no AP. They're all 2 damage each though.
Do the AP 3 first, so on a 9. Classic Dan.
Dead, 1 dead executioner.
And then 6s.
Oh, 1 more dead executioner.
1 lives.
1 survives.
And then I believe I owe you a leadership check there now too.
Oh, you do,
So
absolutely.
this will be on a 6.
Are they depleted? Oh, 10
Oh, we are
passing,
good.
no matter what. And I owe you a save on Korvax. These are AP, that was an AP nothing attack. So he'll roll a 10. We're left with the leader. A little bit of acid burn on the backs of Korvax's membranous wings, but he doesn't mind. He's done this song and dance before, and that is it for my activation. Drawing another token.
Boost! Boost!
Boost, you say? Well, we might as well go and deal with one of the few threats we have on the board here, the Vatra. I'm sure you would have loved to play the game with them. But the tokens have decided that Dan does not play Ravaged Star today. Today's a Luca day. By the way, thank you driving 4 hours all the way from Pittsburgh.
I'm super happy to have been able to provide you a total shooting gallery this afternoon.
Thank you. Everyone, a round of applause for Dan.
Yes.
Great. It's not that, okay, his boosts aren't going to help me here. It's just I really want him to activate before the Vatra do. So I'll choose Swift and Fly, or the other one is redeploy and do the thing again. But actually, he's exactly where I want him to be. If I redeploy, he won't be able to charge. So I'm just going to charge instead and do heavy impact 3. 7s into Dead Vatra. I kill 1.
Oh, 1.
But he's already wounded.
He is.
So then I will attack you with my mandibles and tail. Let's see those mandibles in action. What them mandibles do, big bug. I want 7s because I hit on 3. So we have 1 regular hit that is AP 1 damage 3. And then I have 4 hits because of reaping that are better piercing. And these are all, every fail is a dead kill. So these are 4 AP 3 and 1 AP 1.
So I'll do the 4 AP 3, so these are 8s.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the...
We have...
barely got him
Dead
yet.
Vatra.
Dead Vatra.
Dead Vatra.
Kaboom. And boom. There we go. And then we're going to keep on drawing. It's going to be... What do you have left to
It's
activate?
all Gorkog from here on out.
Oh, even though I got my boost. Okay, what do I have left? I have an elite and a character left. That's kind of it. I'm left with elite character, like I said, and a boost. So all D3. This is the 3. It's going to be, of course, the boost is next. We're going to go ahead and use that on our Grudge Belcher. And we're going to move it. Yeah, his boost gives him a free single interact action. We're going to run him. He's going to move 9 to there. And his free single interaction, or free single action interaction, is to spawn a unit of Grudge Mites or Armored Grudge Mites. within 3. That's once per game. So there we go. We got another unit of 8 Armored Grudge Mites. That'll be 3. Well, it's 1 free in a double action. And then the only thing left are the Blade Furies. I am feeling especially malicious today, so we're going to sit still. We're going to sit there and focus, and we're going to fire into that one remaining Executioner, which is, by the way, Dan's final non-vehicle model.
That is.
Dan still has 35 wounds left on the board and 2 heavy vehicles.
2 tanks.
So we're going to sit still. It's going to be -1 for range, because we're within 16, but obviously outside of 8. And engagement's -2. So we're going to sit here at -2 if we focus and fire into that Executioner and risk hitting Korvax. 7s to hit, 1s and 2s hit myself, and 9s are AP3. So I hit myself twice, and misses, misses, misses. So these are 2 hits, and this is 1 hit at AP3. So this is 1 at AP3. These are all 2 damage each.
Okay.
So if you fail it,
So that's a 9.
we got him.
And he's dead.
We got the last Veil-Touched that isn't a giant spooky transport or super killy tank. And then I have 2 saves on Korvax, the Bone Crusher, who is armored and will pass by rolling a double 7. He's getting shot at by his whole team. No problemo. And that there, everyone, is the end of the second round. I think it is safe to say that the Gorkog killed more units than they lost.
Very safe to say, I would say.
So we get 2 points for that. We get 1 point for holding objective 1, and we get 2 points for holding objective 2 for a total of 5 victory points in the second round.
This one.
And then Dan gets to decide where he wants to put objective 3 as it airdrops in. Right on the bridge.
We will defend this bridge at all costs, Luca.
That is going to put the score 6 for the Gorkog to 2 for the Veil-Touched. Unfortunately, they did not score any points this round. And we are going to move on to our third round where I got eyes on the prize. This transport is going down. I have him surrounded on all sides with bugs. Got the Razor Worm. We got Grudge Mikes poking out over here. Blade Furies harassing it from this side. These guys are its death sentence creeping up to it. I assume he's armored, so that's their ideal target.
Yeah.
Interesting circumstances we find ourselves in. Righto, on to round 3. Dan has 3 boosts and 2 heavy support options.
That's it.
And I have pretty much everything.
Yes.
Minus some Flesh Seekers and a character.
Your whole army is left.
The plan is to put a lot of pressure on that transport and really secure the bridge and make him want to go home. He doesn't want to commit to this battle anymore. That's our plan of attack. And we got lots of activations to make it happen. But we got to shoot into an armored target, so we'll see how far that goes. Survey says it's probably me.
Gorkog boost.
Right off the rip with a Gorkog boost. All right. I think I just want to use that on the Blade Furies for now. We're going to have them... Going to use that to move, to get that guy there so that we're within 8, and then the rest are just going to, form up behind him. And then our second action is going to be to focus, and then we're going to fire at the tank. So we don't suffer any negatives, and we get a +1 to hit. I hit on 4s, but I really want 9s with their acid cannons because they're anti-armor piercing 3 up. No 9s. And we have, otherwise, 8 hits that are all 2 damage each, where you get your full armor save and cover.
So 5s goes to force.
And these are 2 damage each.
2, 3, 4.
So 8 damage.
8 damage.
He's half dead already. 7 wounds. That's a depletion check with fear nearby.
5.
Looking for a 7.
7.
7 to pass. Good luck. Go for it. We got her going. Yeah. No,
Nice.
10.
10.
You pass. All right. Now, no matter what, you get to go next. It's actually more likely to be a boost as well. So
Yes, it is more likely to be a boost.
Actually, not that bad. We only got 1 Gorkog core before, but it's not really that big of a deal. But it's kind of funny that Dan had more luck to get more chances to get a boost, and he just totally drew not a boost.
3 boost, 2 support. What do I draw?
Support.
Classic Dan.
We're going to go ahead and use that on our big tank over here.
He's going to move 6 and fire some shots right there.
Oh, are these guys here? Oh, yeah, those guys.
those
That
guys.
makes sense.
So Twin Judgment is going to be 3 attacks, hits on 5s, but really looking for 7s.
Oh.
1 7, so that'll be 1 with piercing 7 plus 4, so at AP 4, and 1 at AP 2.
AP 2? Nope. And the big AP? Nope.
5 damage each.
And... Just shot a little bit wide over long. These guys got caught in the fire, it's all. Next token. Kaboom.
Gorkog boost.
Oh, good old Gorkog boosting. Well, we're going to activate our Retchers. They have a really cool boost where they get Crushing 2 on a threshold if they're in short range, but no targets are in short range. So I'm going to boost them, give them stun on their attacks, and they're going to stay still, and they're going to and you got within 16 with that guy?
Yes.
We're going to focus fire into him. Start putting pressure on him. Hit on 6s because of the +1, -1, but we really want 8s for anti-armor and piercing. So we're going to get a couple of 8s. Not bad. And then just a bunch of misses here. There you go. So 3 saves at your normal armor that are 1 damage each. And these are going to be at -3 ignoring armored.
Okay, so we'll take the 3 on force.
Oh, very
That's
good.
all 3.
And
that's
then
a first.
That's a first, actually. It's got to be the first time you passed everything. And 3 at -3.
3 at -3.
So it should be 7s. Just 1 damage each. Oh, 3 damage. There we go.
Yep.
Good start, lads.
So he'll be on 12.
Oh, he's 50. He's not 20?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he'll be on 18.
17.
17.
17. That's
17.
right. Yeah. 17 remain. And we're going to draw. Actually, just Veil-Touched. So it's either 50-50, you get a boost, or you get, well, not 50-50. It's either a boost or that guy activates normally. Finally got there. It was 7 Gorkog activations, one of them being my last boost. Thank you, Dan. And we finally got to your boost. So we get to boost your transport.
So you're going to use the boost on the transport, and we'll just focus and shoot in the Korax?
Yes, and we don't have to worry about the depletion because
Because of the boost.
Because of the boost. And we'll see what those guns got going for them. I don't have any ally units of 3 or more models close enough, so we just no negatives to hit. Just roll good dice, Dan.
Yep, so this will be the twin-mounted disintegrators, so 4 attacks on 5s, but reaping 8+, so looking for 8s.
I see no 8s before me. I see 2 hits.
That's 2 hits.
AP 1, and we're armored 1, and we passed with an 8-9. Very good. Then it's Gorkog activations only now from here on out. Let's try and get rid of that transport.
Gorkog core.
Gorkog core! We're actually just going to, this squad here is going to focus, because it has line of sight to the transport and shoot at it. Just double checking, they're within 24. We hit on 6s normally, up to 8s, but 7s for focus. And nothing fancy here, just regular saves, 1 damage each. I'm just trying to chip damage off this tank. That was a hit. So 4 hits at your normal save of 4 up. Or 5 up, I mean.
Yep, so normal saves of 5 up.
3 damage.
3
Very
damage.
good. He's got 4 left, and yeah. Let's keep. I guess realistically, all I'm gonna do at this point is it all depends on the order of these 3 things activating, and I don't think any of the boosts. I guess the boosts matter. See what we get. Figure out the order of it properly.
Gorkog Elite.
Gorkog Elite. So that's the Razorbacks, and they're going to fire out of line of sight into this vehicle. Guess they could just move over here and fire directly. You don't have to fire out of line of sight. It will be -1 to hit, though. 7s for range. And I don't think just reaping matters here. These are all going to be your full save with cover. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits, regular saves.
The 9s, 5s.
You do have cover before 4s, if it matters. Oh, look, 2 more damage.
2 more damage, so he'll be on 2 wounds left.
And then I'm hoping that these guys activate before Korvax does, so I can shoot them and then discharge them with Korvax. So far, the game has given me pretty much every dream activation I could ask for, so this probably be no different.
Gorkog core.
Well, I'm going to wiggle. All the core, I'm just going to wiggle around. They're not going to do much.
Okay.
So we'll keep going until we get Elite, Boost, or Commander.
Support.
Oh, the worm. Oh, the worm's cool. Dude. Totally forgot about... I guess I could have activated them and they could have blown up on them too. So many avenues here. So we're going to charge. If I can pick them up. Crunch. And then we have 3 impacts. You have your armored will ignore it. So just 3 saves. At 5 up.
3 5 ups.
You fail 1 of these, you're dead. Classic Dan. Fail 1. Failed 1. So it does 2 damage. The transport dies. Do you want to resolve this explosion?
I do.
This explosion is 3. It'll hit the worm and Korvax. We have 15 wounds on him, so we want 9 up for explosions. Ooh, a handful. 3? Yeah, we got 4 hits there. So 4 on Korvax, 4 on the worm. So he's huge. I believe these are AP3. So Korvax will take 3 damage. I think he's got 5 wounds or 7 left. And the worm will also take 2. So he's got about 18 left. So we did it, everyone. We destroyed them. That's pretty much the end of the round, where we'd rack up a lot of points for the Gorkog, and we'd leave the Veil-Touched with their one pretty heavy tank left, but ultimately not enough to cover the field and claim all of this airdrop support. That was clearly not for the Gorkog, but it was here for the Veil-Touched, and we just wanted to prevent this mid-battle support, is obviously what happened with our scenario today.
Yeah.
And boy, it went downhill fast. I honestly don't really know what happened. This is a pleasant surprise for me, at your expense, I suppose.
Classic Dan is what happened.
Classic Dan is what happened here today. I actually never really win. The only other time I won with Gorkog is when I employed the same tactic with the Walker and Explodey Bugs, and the order of operations just worked out really well. And it happened again. We just got lucky. Yes. But the nice thing about Ravaged Star is we could re-rack and it'd be a completely different game. Because you don't have, especially when you start playing, the more points you play, the more units, the more variance in your repetitive game, games it could be.
Yeah.
The idea is you only ever really need to buy one collection, and if you ever want to add more to it, you can, but you don't need to, because you should have enough gameplay in one, or whatever determined points level you and your friends want to play at. So that'll be it for today's game. This will be a Gorkog victory. Big thank you to Dan for taking the time to travel up here and visit us here at MiniWarGaming. We have Dan all week, so you'll be seeing him in a variety of games. More Ravaged Star, and I believe we're playing a fourth, well, not we, you and Sky are going to be playing a 4th edition game of Warhammer 40k. You're going to be playing Abaddon with Black Legion, so it's automatically a 2,000 point game of 4th edition. And I have no idea what Scari's going to play. He might play Vect.
Okay.
If I had to guess, he might play Vect.
I'm excited.
So a couple of big name characters, which are not taboo, but very ask for permission because they're kind of, they're built different. Is what they are. So anyone who's interested in watching those games, I know I am going to be peeping in on the room myself as they play. I'm looking forward to that one as well. So happy wargaming, everyone. And thank you again, Dan, for taking the time to visit us.
Thank you guys for having me.
Until next time.